Yeah, so I want to ask you guys. Should I ask you now? What's the scoreline?
Wow. Honestly, right?
or penalty.
Hey, no, please, no penalties.
please.
Digger, I don't trust Digger on penalties.
That was not a red. That was not a yellow. Welcome to the Football Kaki podcast brought to you by the Chit Podcast Network. I am your host, Eldet, and I'm joined by my fellow Kaki bros, Paul and Jordan. Boys, how you doing?
Good.
Good, yeah, we're good. Speaking of which, my PS5 is on my right. I will not show it into the screen just to make sure I don't kena anything. And I see that both of you are wearing your jerseys.
Because
I'm always wearing my jerseys, bro.
Yeah, but today is exceptionally you wear the red color one. You don't really wear the red color one, right? You usually wear the blue color one, or the other one,
or the light blue one, right?
Or the light blue one. Yeah, correct. Then George should be happy.
Yeah, it's a flip around like you flip your coin. You hope that they get back to top again.
Yeah, with a very big piece of luck and. Something that literally left me speechless. But I will not say anything now. We get into it later. But just want to shout out to everybody listening. Thank you once again for hearing and listening to us here on the Football Kaki. We are very grateful for the views that you've given us over the past few weeks, especially regarding the Liverpool videos and the Man City videos. So we hope for your continued support. And today we're going to talk about a few things, predominantly the EPL Roundup over the weekend, a lot of things that actually happened, and the upcoming EFL Cup final next Sunday night between Manchester United and Newcastle United. So for everybody listening in, once again, thank you. And let's get into the discussion. All right. So now the first game we're going to discuss is, of course, Manchester City versus Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. City were playing away, and the final score was, of course, Nottingham Forest 1, Manchester City 1. Wow, the two misses by Phil Foden and Erling Haaland. Wow, those are bad the Haaland miss
Bro, they kinda choke slam by Kane and Undertaker.
Well, but
what a bottle job. What a...
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Like, okay, honestly, ask you guys' reaction. What's your reaction, right, when Haaland actually missed that shot? Like, the follow-up. The first one, he, kinda block lah.
To be honest, there's a few times he already did this kind of miss this season. Yeah. He already missed this kind of shot. Because he's so eager to shoot into the back of the net, right?
Yeah.
So he ends up balloon the ball. Then it's not a one-time thing, because to be honest, he already did it a few times this season. So I wasn't that surprised about that miss.
It was still a bad miss.
It was bad. The other one.
Yeah, I was more surprised about the Foden.
Yeah. Okay, speaking of which, right, just bringing up that Foden miss, what was your reaction? Your initial reaction?
Actually, if Foden have read the situation earlier enough or decide the situation earlier enough, he could have two better options at the point. But he continued to dribble in some more where he have shorter time to react. Really. Yeah. If I'm a finisher, I probably would have finessed the shot already.
Earlier, before he finished the thing. Because I'm not sure whether you guys noticed this, but it felt like he was in two minds when he was trying to take the shot.
Yeah, correct.
Like he was going straight. Then I think by the time he entered the box, he should have taken the shot there already. Yeah. But he took one more step forward. Then
he already made his mind up not to pass to Haaland.
Yeah.
Until the point where he reached he got closer to the goal, right? Then Keylor Navas closed the angle. Then he had no more. The shot wasn't on already, so he decided to do a last minute flick to Haaland. Yeah.
But I must say, this Keylor Navas really doing a good job for the team also.
Yeah, dude. He's one of the most underrated goalkeepers to me, ever.
Yeah.
So it's like what Paul said. This is what makes a good goalkeeper. It's like the moment attacker feels like he has a shot, right? Then suddenly you just block off the entire angle, Then he's second guessing himself, It's actually the mark of a very good goalkeeper to me, But that was atrocious,
But I find, to be honest, I find that this Foden, right? There's so many times where he could have passed to Haaland this season.
Yeah.
It's just that I think he doesn't want to be that guy to like a David Silva or a De Bruyne, where they are just naturally unselfish. You know?
But
you get what I mean? It's like even Leroy Sané would have definitely passed the ball earlier.
Yeah,
that
correct.
kind. Yeah.
Correct. But don't you guys think that even if, let's say, whether it's not being selfish, isn't it about making the right play?
Yeah, exactly. Because he finds that he doesn't want to be the one that is like, oh, I'm the second last ball, you know. I don't like, in a way he wants to prove himself Phil Foden, because of the past few weeks he has been on the bench. He's been out of fever because he's been dropped according who was playing? Mahrez was playing, right? Yeah. So maybe in his mind also he wants to like show that I deserve my spot in this team. You know?
I mean, yes, so but then again, Phil Foden's how old? 21, 22?
Yeah, it's quite young.
Yeah, but in the situation you have to play the numbers game 2v1. It's not about you, you know, it's like the team comes first, right?
Okay, yeah, but the thing is that I do think this is because Phil Foden is a left footer, right? If it was on the other side, meaning that it was left foot dominant, he's coming from the left instead of the right side, if he smashes it into the corner, I think that's a goal already. So it might have.
But it's still a 2v1 situation.
It's still a 2v1 situation.
You should be scoring that ball regardless of the side.
Yeah, he's quite way forward than the defensive line really, so he can anytime just square the ball with a good spacing.
Yeah, so in the end it's just decision making.
Yeah, and then they will have scored 2-0 and then easy. They will have controlled the game already.
Yeah, so they wasted. I mean, like they wasted 2 chances, right? Then all Nottingham Forest needed was 1 chance, and then Nottingham Forest took the chance,
Yeah, you were just saying last week, Chris Wood. You said like Chris Wood can play in the EPL and so I should say something this week that will happen next week.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, like, are we just going to call this a bad day at the office for Man City?
It's a choke, bro. It's not a bad day, bro. It's a choke.
It's a choke, It's not a bad day.
It's a choke.
They have a
choke.
Good game, They literally have a good game. Like
23 attempts.
Yeah, 23 attempts.
Yeah.
5 big chances. Then 6 shots, and all these are mostly are saved by Keylor Navas or hit the woodwork or block shots.
Yeah. But I mean, when you think about it, 23 shots are 6 on target. Not very good.
Yeah, and then I knew the game was over, right? When the last 10 minutes, right? This Pep, he subbed De Bruyne and De Bruyne out. He subbed De Bruyne and who?
Okay.
No. Ake he subbed in.
Sub in.
He subbed Ake and a defensive player in. It was Alvarez, Ake and Alvarez. But you take out De Bruyne and I can't remember. No, it wasn't Haaland.
Let me see.
Yeah, but it was bad. It was really nasty, man. The moment you do that, it's like you will want your creative player to be there.
He took out Foden.
Yeah. I mean,
don't go for the win.
Yeah, he should be. Yeah, it's like as if he was playing. Let's go for the. And the reason why he brought Ake in is because he's been playing Bernardo Silva at left back.
Yeah.
Okay.
He playing like Cancelo, Zinchenko type of play.
Yeah. See, this is what happens when you let go of your left back. Okay, that one we just call it like a choke day by Man City. Top of the table going into the weekend. Now go back to second. All right, next one. The league leaders, Arsenal, are back on top.
Man.
With the biggest stroke of luck I have seen in a super duper long time.
Hey, what luck?
Come on, bro. And anytime, right, the ball go off a crossbar off the back of the goalkeeper's head, right, when he's on the ground, right, it's luck. That one, no skill involved, nothing.
That one's not luck, that one's scripted.
No, but this Aston Villa also very wasteful. They were like both times they were leading the game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then the Tyrone Mings header back into the goal. The Zinchenko goal was nice, but I felt that Villa they never turned on in terms of like reacting to the attacks. Yeah. Very passive.
Yeah.
But they just want to park the bus.
But I think technically, right, like the way Villa set up, it wasn't the wrong way also to me. Because
it wasn't the wrong way they set up, but the fact that they react very slow. In terms of like rushing out to when the ball is out, right? They should rush out a bit to close the angle.
To be really fair, like Villa made bad decisions.
Especially in defense. Yeah.
Yes, like really, really, really bad decisions. Like
I was quite surprised how Mings, like why he hit towards the center and not towards the
or like hit out for a corner, no problem.
Yeah,
that
correct. Why you hit to the box?
Yeah, I know. Because it was like when you saw the replay, right? Like even all the analysts were saying like, why didn't you hit the ball out to the corner?
Or you hit it back into the box. Martinez come and catch the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just, I mean, like just trust your goalkeeper lah. Plus, Tyrone Mings, I don't think he had like didn't have a really good game, because I think there was one where it was the Nketiah header, the one that Nketiah just ballooned the ball over the goal post, right? He totally missed the ball.
Yeah.
Tyrone Mings, right?
Yeah, Tyrone Mings. He totally missed the ball.
It was a big miss.
He totally missed the ball. So it's like no hope for the situation. But okay, guys, I want to ask you this question. With that type of luck, must remember, I must bring up one more thing. Before Jorginho hit the bar, right? Leon Bailey hit the bar on the other side, like I think like 5 minutes earlier.
It was, I cannot take it. It's too wasteful, man. All these kind of teams.
Yeah.
Especially like when you have a chance to win the game. It's not like a chance for you to equalize, no. It's a chance for you to win the game.
Yes.
I
mean,
okay, but that was a good save by Ramsdale. It's not like he shot and hit the bar. It's Ramsdale pushed it on the bar.
Yeah, but the thing is that at the end of the day, sometimes like, you need that luck, because it's the safe thing to say is like, if the ball hadn't hit the bar and it had gone like an inch lower, right? That's it. That's a goal already. So it's those type of situations where it could be either way, but when you really look at it, it just happened that the ball hit the bar twice. One went into the net, the other one didn't. Yeah, so it is those type of situation. George, I'm not slashing Arsenal, but that one is really
but to be honest, Arsenal also gave away two easy goals.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the second one where scored by Coutinho, that one, the setup play should have prevented from
right
Ben White's side.
Yeah, Ben White,
yeah. Because
he just let the guy run past him.
Yeah, he slowed, like his readings like was a tad slower than Aston Villa.
Yeah. So, then the first goal also Zinchenko also, right? He lost the ball.
Yeah, Zinchenko lost the ball. Then all the recovery damn slow.
Yeah. Yeah. Then I was saying like Saliba did a Lindelof. Like the exact same position, exact same scenario.
You never challenge, right? Yeah.
He let him
challenge. You cannot let the guy go on his strong foot.
Correct. He let the guy run, So he let the guy run. Then after that, they just went like who was the one that scored?
The Oli
Watkins.
Yeah, Watkins, right. So he just let Watkins, right, go, right. Then he put the one thing I hate, right, about defenders, right, is they always do the frame up, but they always put the hands like directly behind their backs. Or like then they.
I mean, it's fine if they are like attempting to cross the ball, but if it's like you're 1-on-1, you should just go
correct.
Stay as close as you can to him.
Correct. Then he stayed
force
close
him to the corner.
But he gave like that one gap. So it's like the thing is that at this level, like if you give a gap like one arm's width, or like even half an arm's width, the guy he just moves, he just gets past you, it's a goal already.
Yeah. And it's not to any elite striker, it's like to anybody in the EPL.
Correct.
Half a yard, that's it.
That's it already. So it was like those types of situations. It was like that was just bad decision making on Saliba's part to me.
But I must say this Jorginho, even though I keep saying he's quite slow in the game, but some passes he made is really wow.
He is actually a decent player in terms of moving the ball forward. All this, like that's why he's UEFA Euro and UEFA winner, right?
And he passed to those really really tight spaces that like very little Arsenal players can do it, can achieve. Yeah.
That's why maybe Arteta like don't mind getting him,
Yeah.
It's not a bad acquisition for that price.
Yeah, somehow he's the type of like a CDM and can play like a number 8 type of players.
Yeah, I think maybe he might be good with Partey when Partey comes back.
Where's Partey?
Like some small injury.
Not long term one.
No. No more long term, man.
But actually, to be honest, Arsenal this game and the previous game got mistake. The Tomiyasu, the previous game also.
Yeah,
the back pass that he scored to Kevin.
Yeah, but
I see how quick 2-3 games can change the table.
Yeah, and I do think that also
imagine the Man U win the title.
Bro, I don't want to. Sorry. That one, I don't say anything.
No. We will not be there to win it, but we'll be there in case anything happens.
Yeah, because must remember, right? City and Arsenal still got to play each other one more time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we just have to keep ourselves like within.
Yeah. That one, right? We'll make the prediction when
you just call us 999. You just come over.
You need help? No problem. I take over.
Okay.
Wait. I want to ask Jordan a question.
Well,
do you feel right? Arsenal make the right transfers in the January window for them to push for the title, or do you feel that maybe a Mudryk and a Caicedo will be better?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually,
very hard
instead of Jorginho and Trossard.
I think after seeing Enzo or Caicedo, I mean, I would still prefer Mudryk lah. Got more the feeling
as compared to Trossard.
Yeah, correct. Trossard is is a different type of players compared to Mudryk and Martinelli. Yeah, but Trossard more like got more flair with the dribbling lah. Yeah.
Okay.
So in terms of players wise, I would still prefer Mudryk over Trossard. But then Trossard have EPL experience lah.
Then Jorginho, Caicedo.
Caicedo,
do you think if Caicedo comes in, right, will he start automatically? No, right?
I don't think so. Cause I don't think it's Arteta kind of style really just throw them into the team without knowing the team really well. Because they really memorize your position by heart. So meaning I as a player, I need to memorize my players surrounding me by heart. Yeah.
Like the core of the team.
Yeah, correct. So if I'm at this position, I have to know where's my left back player gonna be, where's my right back the player's gonna be. Yeah. So I think especially midfielder are quite critical. Maybe Jorginho may be a better buy lah.
Yeah. Anyway, also proven in like at world level.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Yeah. Speaking of Chelsea, they lost to Southampton 1-0.
Oh my.
On my notes here, right, I literally put Chelsea loses Southampton. I got no idea anymore, and is Graham Potter getting sacked? Is Graham Potter getting sacked?
They are top of the middle table.
He is. So he can go and play the Hogwarts Legacy. Harry Potter.
Can you leave the podcast right now? That was a horrible joke. Get out. Leave.
Okay, but to be honest, I don't know what they are doing. Really. I initially thought that last week they had they drew last week, right, against West Ham.
Yeah.
The one that
they drew 1-1.
So I because from that game, the Enzo cross to Felix, so I thought they already have some kind of chemistry.
Yep.
But oh my, to lose 1-0 to Southampton after also, you spend 600 million.
Yeah, and also this match they played with Mason Mount from the left side again, or some weird position for him. Yeah, then
they kena the David Beckham, right? The David Beckham free kick. James
Ward-Prowse. Bro, he's second in like the EPL league history, right, for like the amount of direct free kicks scored.
Behind Beckham.
Yeah, Beckham got 18. He got Prowse got 12.
He might
can
get
easily overtake.
I mean, like, he scores how many a season? Like 2-3?
More than that.
He just need around like 3-4 seasons. You know?
Yeah, last season FPL he got
it's
how
like
many?
really bent like Beckham kind of.
Yeah, it's the type that is like, like he's gonna score.
Yeah, he scored how many against Man U? At least 2, right? 2 or 3.
He scored 2 already. He scored 2 already.
Yeah, but thoughts on Chelsea, everyone?
Okay, I just saw this. This is a stat. They didn't score. Okay, they didn't score against Southampton. They didn't score against Dortmund in the Champions League. They scored 1 against West Ham. They didn't score against Fulham, right? And they didn't score against Liverpool. So it is essential all this whole thing. In 5 games, they only score 1 goal.
Yeah.
Brother, with that type of attacking talent, 1 goal in 5 games in all competitions.
It's like,
what's the issue?
Honestly, right?
Can't find the goal.
Imbalance, team imbalance.
Yeah. I mean, like, okay, let me take a look at the lineup. honestly, right?
It's like you go to the doctor already, right? They give you all sorts of medicines, right?
And it's still not well.
then after you try all sorts of medicine, then you still hey doctor, I still getting this call, how?
I still not well.
Honestly, right? Okay, I look at this lah. So that lineup over the weekend, right, against Southampton was okay. I removed the back four lah. The back four I got nothing to say because generally, if you're keeping clean sheets, right, you're generally your back four's fine. I don't really have much to say. Conceding one of these here is your attack. So the midfield was Kovacic and Enzo. Then Madueke, and then they played Felix at 10, Mount at left wing, then Fofana at striker. Wow. Would the solve have been easy if they just swapped Felix and Mount?
Yeah.
Then who? I don't know, bro. Mount has been out of fever under Potter.
But then, okay, but in this situation,
very, like a Havertz, like, they don't really know where to play him and Havertz exactly in terms of their position, which is bad lah, because they might play well in this position this week, but next week they were like completely just out of it.
But why don't Potter just fix freaking formation and system, just stick to it until everybody gets it? Even as a Havertz is not used to playing this one, go ahead, go and learn this trick, just play it. Then
actually,
keep switching here and there.
He don't have the luxury of time.
I mean, like, it's not whether you have luxury of time, right? It's like your midfield, you technically, right, also have issue because okay, bro, is as a get as Man United, right? Last time, they don't have a CDM, they have central midfielders. I don't consider Kovacic a CDM. I don't consider Enzo a CDM.
They have Kante, but
Kante injured. But the thing is that you have to factor in that Kante is not there at all now, So it's like, if you don't have that, if you really want a CDM, right, you have a CDM from Switzerland on your bench.
Zakaria.
He is right there. I mean, like, he will be better. Wouldn't it be better if, let's say, you just switch to 4-3-3?
Wait, I mean, they used to play 4-3-3 all the time.
Yeah. But I mean, like, wouldn't, like, to me, I honestly ask you this question. Zakaria as a pivot, right? Then Enzo and Kovacic on either side. Wouldn't it be just better? Wouldn't it be better?
Then you lose a cam.
You don't need to. You play Yao Felix as a false line. Then you play Sterling on the
Felix
right.
Felix play better when someone is in front of him.
Yeah, you play Felix then either that or you play Felix on the left side. Then you play striker as somebody.
But I'm pretty sure Potter has been trying out a few things. It's just that, example, previously he tried 4-3-3, but he ended up like draw. So this week he can try something, but then lose.
Alright, but the thing is
that's what I meant by luxury of time, because he doesn't have time to try out so many things.
But if you keep changing,
the more he tries, the more he lose, the more points he drop.
Yeah, but if you keep changing, also it doesn't work. Also.
Yeah, but if you 4-3-3 this week, you lose.
Yeah.
You will want to change the next game, right?
That's true.
Yeah, so the next game you change, also you lose. Then you're like, hey, these two formations not working.
That's true.
Yeah, unless you say that, okay, with this formation, I feel that we can score, but might not work as much. Yeah.
But the thing is that his formations defensively they're fine. They just don't score.
Yeah.
That's been Chelsea the entire season. It's because they lost Lukaku.
Actually, I beg to differ what Paul said though. Like even though like they tried 2 formations each week, then it still can't work. I mean, each game works out differently. So if you just based on one game and you say it can't work, then why change your others again? And yet
because I'm pretty sure this Potter also during the game he will change formations. Yeah, he evolves his formation during the game.
Yeah.
It's just that maybe he himself cannot even identify what's the issue. That's why you see every week the formation changes.
Yeah lah. I mean, we shall see how it goes lah. But the last time I asked this, I think like a month ago, right? How much longer will you all give to Graham Potter? Previously, you all said a month. Both of you said a month. I think both of you said a month. We are a month in already lah.
So the results got worse.
Yes.
So after the transfer window, right?
Yeah, after the transfer window.
But the thing is, I don't know how ruthless the new owners are as compared to Roman Abramovich.
Yeah, but they seem to be quite quiet.
Because they already put in the money.
Yeah. So the thing
they cannot make noise after you put in the money.
You can't make noise when you're putting the money, right? But if your manager's not good enough, right, to handle that situation, right, then how? It may
then the thing is like we're getting a new manager now. Fix whatever they are.
I mean, Pochettino's available.
But Potter, everyone says he's a good manager.
No, okay. I think right. My view right is that he's like David Moyes like that. Can do well at like a mid-tier club.
No, he's a mid-tier.
May not
But
be
David
good at
Moyes
top
don't
level.
have 600 million. David Moyes didn't get 600 million.
David Moyes got Fellaini, okay. So and
Most underrated, one of the most underrated players.
But the thing is that if you see right, David Moyes, he became a better manager after he came sacked because he understood what he needed to change. Because to be really frank,
so you're saying Potter needs to get sacked. Potter needs to get better.
To me no, because honestly, right, like I do think that there's a difference in terms of managerial intelligence, right, and understanding of the game, right, that separates top level managers, like Klopp, Zidane, Simeone, Ancelotti, and Guardiola, right, versus managers that are like the type that they do well at medium tier clubs, right, mid table clubs, right, but they will never do well at the top level.
No, but I do feel that this Chelsea's team is very. Even if you take Potter out of this, right, like ever since who left, Tuchel left, right,
Yeah.
the team looks very weird. And the fact that they lost Lukaku, right, the team looks so weird that you don't know where they're going to get their goals from. And then they buy Sterling also, right?
Yeah. Then I don't know lah, bro. I am just going to like look at it and
Imagine
go
they
like,
convert Sterling into striker.
Yeah, it's quite shambolic, I think.
I think of it this way. Sacking Tuchel was a bad decision. And then
actually, to be honest, I don't know why. Yeah, why would they do that?
Until now, I still don't really
He just
understand
won
it.
the Champions League the season before.
Yeah.
Tuchel got sacked during the previous owner, right?
Under
Roman
Abramovich.
Abramovich. Yeah.
So you think the current owner will ask him back?
No lah, he himself won't come back.
No,
Yeah.
a bit hard lah. Before we move on, will he get sacked
Wow.
by April?
After my
April or by
birthday.
March. We must go by month, every month.
Okay, no, so right. Okay, so now right is coming towards the end. Is already coming towards the end of February. Right? So will he be sacked by March? Let's just go by March.
By March, or in first March or end of March?
By end of March.
Does Chelsea have any cups in hand?
They play Spurs next. And they're probably going to lose. They're probably going to crash out of the Champions League. So yes, I think he will get sacked.
Oh yeah.
Okay. George, what do you think?
Maybe after 8th of March. After 8th of March, I can talk, man.
After 8th of March. Okay. Next thing, right? We go back to the red color. The red color of Merseyside. Right? For the Liverpool one. Liverpool have won 2 in a row. So,
Yeah. Good job.
Question, guys. I think maybe it was out. I don't want to claim this, but after we did the what is wrong with Liverpool, right? Then Liverpool started winning. So,
Hey, we did the what is wrong with Everton, right? Now they out of relegation here.
Whoa, good job.
Yeah.
so we did
what is wrong with Man U. You can win the title. Okay.
We have helped Merseyside a bit. Let's just go. let's just do that. Okay, so can they keep the momentum up or not?
Liverpool?
Yeah, Liverpool.
I think they can. I think ever since Klopp promised the fans, right, that they say we will be back.
Yep.
And they really did by first beating Everton last week.
Yep.
And then they beat Newcastle.
And 2 clean sheets.
Yeah, 2 clean sheets. Cody Gakpo, Darwin Núñez.
Yeah, and their upcoming games are Real Madrid, Liverpool, Wolves, and United. Yeah, 6 March.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Man U next game, FYI. Man U next EPL game is against Liverpool.
Oh yeah.
At Anfield.
Nice.
When you... It's alright. We take we handle one game at a time.
We're playing FA Cup. Yeah. Oh. Wow.
It's alright. Back to Liverpool first.
But this Liverpool got 2 games in hand.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna say.
So ideally, it will be the same point as Newcastle. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So FYI, Liverpool now is 8th place. They were 10th or 9th last week.
Yep.
But if they win their 2 games in hand, then they will be challenging Spurs and Newcastle for 4th. Yeah. So there's another 3-horse race for the 4th spot. And if they manage to get 4th, I think they will get Jude Bellingham.
Okay, that one we will see.
I think high chance. Yeah.
High chance really lah. But we shall see. We already made our feelings clear about what we think Liverpool should change. So of course we think Jude Bellingham's coming lah.
Sorry, but you all got to see the match.
I watched.
Actually, Liverpool almost concede like straight away.
Yeah.
This Almiron quite sneaky. He was offside trap. Then this some Newcastle player just dribbling and saw him just recover from the offside trap. Wow, almost
sneaky. But can we talk about the Nick Pope?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was he trying to do? He tried to flying header.
He should use the leg, right? Like, do you think like he used the wrong part?
I think he was in an awkward position where you think you can header, right? Then as you approach the ball, the ball got low, getting lower and lower. So end up you cannot. Too late for you to change to your feet.
Yeah, I think that one. Let's just save that about how much big of impact it will have in their next game. So that one we wait first. We'll go on to that first. So I think right they should be able to put a run together. But I think the question mark whether it will halt the momentum is of course when United visit Anfield. Which is it's in like 2 weeks.
Oh wait, hold on, I forgot. You see Brighton, right? Brighton is also 22 games played with 35 points. Yeah. So essentially you will have Tottenham, you have Spurs, Newcastle, Brighton, Liverpool fighting for 4th.
Interesting.
Yeah. Fulham, maybe they're really lucky they're in that position, right?
Yeah. I think now it's just a battle for 4th to me. It's just a battle who's gonna get the last Champions League spot. So we will make our predictions to the later end of the season. Yep. What is it?
Leeds. Brighton gonna face Leeds and West Ham the next 2 games. It's quite a fairly.
They just lost to Fulham.
Yeah.
What a waste! It's really what a waste for them.
But I think they got a chance both games. They got a chance both games. So we will keep to that in a later point of the season where we will actually do our final predictions as to who will end up where. Okay, now to the other game, the one where there is a devil on the logo, Manchester United. We beat Leicester City, right? But United was super lucky, right, not to be 2-0 down within the first 20 minutes of that game.
Yeah.
But Leicester not.
No, actually we started the game not bad. The first 5 minutes.
No, first 5 minutes were fine, but then after that, the next 20 minutes,
next 25 to 30 minutes, we kinda, oh my.
Yeah, dude, it was
very bad. Yeah.
If it wasn't for the gear, right, we won't be there. Sorry, George, you were saying.
No, I must say this Man U team, right, is really like the past Man U team. Like they don't need to have good possession, good football playing. It's just out of nowhere, 1-0, 2-0. Yeah.
It's the time
it was that easy.
Yeah.
Like all the Man U fans can screw the place upside down, and then they still score the goal for you.
I mean, I'm glad it's a thing, but it's just that it also shows that the importance of capitalizing on mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which I feel that we didn't have for a long time, like maybe 6 years at least.
Yeah.
Whenever other teams drop point, right, we will drop even more point.
Correct. It was like when the first goal went in, it was like a total disaster from every single positional sense on that minute in the field. Lindelof making mistakes, Fred losing the ball, Bruno losing the ball, Weghorst losing the ball. Then everything just went. Then all it took, right, was just one bad pass from the defender, and then literally a flick from Bruno, right? Rashford threw 1-on-1 goal.
Yeah.
That's all it took. It was just one mistake. So it's those are the things where, like what you said, the importance of capitalizing on bad player. On bad player. Like the Ian Nacho, right? By right, the 1-on-1 with the gear, he should have scored.
Yeah. The Leicester also got a lot of wasted chance.
Yeah.
Too many wasted chance for them.
Yeah.
No, plus I also think that, like, you know, Tete, right? On the right side, right? He kept trying to shoot.
Yeah.
Like when he beats like Shaw and like on like Lindelof or Martinez on that side, like, he will try to just aim for a shot at the guest, like far post one. Then he ends up just flying away. So it's like that. It's decision making. So, well, it was a very bad first half. Then after that, I think second half,
it's
just
like
domination.
You said, the Tete kept running in behind Shaw.
Yeah.
It's because this Garnacho don't run back to help him.
Yeah.
So end up this Shaw has to deal with Tete and Castagna on his own.
Correct.
Which is bad enough, really. Yeah.
Correct. So it's this type of situations, right, where you kind of wish you had somebody like Anthony on the side. Anthony will press back, ma. So it's stuff like that. Garnacho's still young, and he knows better. So I mean,
and then you have the Fred playing like the Fred of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Wow, really cannot. Really horrible, no.
Yeah, he was bad. He was really bad. Then, but I mean, like, Ten Hag halftime made his changes, took out Garnacho, put on central. Then after it was United all the way.
They put Weghorst back in striker, right?
Correct. Speaking of which, Weghorst, can you please score a goal or not?
About the Weghorst, it's okay.
Too many missed chances.
He can be the vigilante of the team.
One question. Do you think is it a red card for Sabitzer that leg out on the player on face?
I think that was a very... They dramatized it because they freeze framed it, right?
Yeah.
They should have played the whole video for that. Then let people make their choice. It's very things nowadays, right? They like to freeze frame it and then make a story out of it.
Yeah lah.
So it's very skeptical in the sense that when people don't watch the game, right, they see that picture, the image, then they say, hey, how come no red card? You know?
Yeah. I mean,
but they don't know the whole picture.
It's like that one. It's like how like the second Man United goal, right? You go and block they only show like the whole time they do the VHR, they only show the part where Rashford comparing against the guy. They never show the guy on the other side. Then suddenly they do one line down the middle, right? The other side play him on side, there's a goal. Then I'm like, huh?
Then Paul thought, hey, it's offside, what? So honest.
Yeah, actually, offside, how come suddenly got one magic line on
Paul and me are different lah. I'll just take the goal. He'll be like, hey, that's wrong.
No, it has to be fair. The game has to be fair.
I mean, it has to be fair lah. But to me, I'm like, okay. They had a lot of time to see it, right? If they deem me offside, then okay, you deem me offside lah. But the thing is that the amount of human error with VAR actually astonishes me.
Yeah.
No, it just feels like it's getting worse, you know.
Yeah, it's worse.
Well,
but then again, right,
it
could just be the EPL.
Lee Mason left already.
Yeah.
But I think it could just be the EPL though.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're trying to do with the agenda, you know.
Because honestly, EPL makes for years already, even prior to VAR coming in, EPL referee decisions are still horrendous one.
True. Yeah. We should one day do on this topic.
Our favorite referee is Michael Oliver might be.
No, bro, the Andre Mariner.
I still don't like Michael Oliver more like Andre Mariner. I will say this. Andre Mariner, Jordan's one is Mike Dean. Mike Dean
is not that bad after his.
But Michael Oliver is bad.
Yeah.
Michael Oliver is horrible. Okay, never mind. Maybe we will do a referees topic in the future. But speaking of which, that is it for our EPL recap, and let's segue into the other game, the EFL Cup final, Manchester United versus Newcastle United. All right, and now for the EFL Cup final preview between Manchester United and Newcastle United. A lot of interesting things happened over the weekend that could potentially affect this game, and also upcoming games that actually could affect. So for one, the big news is that Nick Pope is suspended for the final. And according to EFL rules, correct me if I'm wrong, Paul, you just double check, is that Dubravka has already been registered as a Man United player for the EFL Cup, right?
Yeah, so he can't play.
He can't play. So, means that currently at this moment in time, Newcastle do not have their first and second string goalkeepers for this game. So, who will be the third goalkeeper?
They have a third choice goalkeeper also.
Yeah.
But the guy is on loan.
So, who's the fourth choice goalkeeper?
Recall.
Lord Carriers.
Loris Carriers.
Loris Carriers.
Is it Loris Carriers, right?
Yeah, Loris Carriers.
It is Loris Carriers.
Lord Carriers.
Yeah, it's Loris Carriers. The after his infamous Champions League final, the incidents. Right. So we are going to discuss a few things. So one is that, of course, the main thing for United is that Casemiro is back after serving his 3-match suspension. Suspension already. So he's already missed the 2 Leeds games plus the Leicester game over the weekend. So he is officially back for the final. How big of an impact is this, guys?
Oh, it's like Christmas, man.
No, wait, will Man U play the first team squad or a more young squad?
Oh, dude, you
why would we play a young squad?
Why would we play a young squad? You play a first team
in
squad,
a cup
bro.
final.
In a cup final.
If it's a cup like 3rd round, 4th round, then maybe. Yeah.
No, but I want to ask this question because, of course, definitely, right, Newcastle having their goalkeeper suspended is something now. Because I don't know how many games Carrier has played this season. Has he played any? Or 0?
I think it's 0.
Honestly, the last time I saw him, right, was in the Champions League final.
Champions League final, right?
Wow, you can't script this. It's like the next time this is a chance for him to like redeem himself.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't want to say anything, right? But Scully, he has a game of his life against us, right? Then something happens, lah. So, I do think that definitely not having Pope around will have an effect because Pope's the one been organizing the defense, lah. So having suddenly a goalkeeper that is not accustomed to running that defense may actually have an impact, lah. Then I would definitely think that with this, Ten Hag's gonna probably try to exploit this, lah. I'll try to find a weakness in that thing, lah. But Casemiro coming back will definitely help. But I want to ask this question to both of you, right? United have a midweek game against Barcelona. So how are they going to plan the lineups for both games like this?
Because I think it's fine. Because Casemiro has already rested for 3 games.
Yep.
So on his part, it's fine. It's just the other players that I'm a bit worried about. He rested Varane at the weekend.
Yep.
Bissaka played 20 minutes.
Yep.
So I think that Bissaka Varane will start against Barcelona.
Then Dalo will start the weekend. Or is it AWB?
I think Bissaka is more than capable of playing 2 games in a row.
I would think so also.
It's just more of the players the other players I'm afraid of. Like Bruno. Bruno has been and Weghorst.
They've been playing every single game.
Rashford also.
Yeah, they've been playing almost every single game. So it's the type of situation where it's like you also don't want to overplay them, but then you also want to.
You have no choice.
Yeah.
I would play Central for Barcelona game.
Yeah, I would also.
Sancho, Rashford. Then hopefully,
Then you rest
well,
then the games go well lah. But very tough against Barcelona.
It's like maybe to them it's just we need to pull through these two crucial games. Barcelona and Newcastle. Then after that, then you can see like what they can do, you know.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I look at it this way lah. Like with Saint-Maximin and Almiron starting, right? Then it sucks there also. It's also another question of which defense are you gonna play?
McTom.
No.
Against Newcastle.
Against Newcastle, bro.
Shaw, Lisandro, Varane, Bissaka.
I would want that also, but just that the thing is that playing. I have a feeling that Varane and Lisandro will be playing against Barcelona also.
They cannot play 2 games in a row, man.
I mean, you also don't know like what?
Rested the whole game, the weekend.
That's true. But I mean, like I'm just thinking lah.
Before he play Barcelona.
I mean, I'm thinking about this because the reason why I asked this here is because you also know that having a midweek game before a final is also something that is random also because you never know, something might happen.
You must also see certain factors lah. Both games we are in England, but we're not going to Spain.
That's true. That is true. So okay, I think that this one will definitely play a few things. Jordan, what's your thoughts? Like Pope suspension, and then of course the current state of both clubs.
To me, I find Newcastle not been reeling at their best these few games. So definitely, Man U got the upper hand and one of are the top favorites to win this. Yeah, so I want to ask you guys. Should I ask you now? What's the scoreline?
Wow. Honestly, right?
or penalty.
Hey, no, please, no, please. De Gea, I don't trust De Gea on penalties.
Okay,
that's one. The one thing is that I want to sleep. Like, so I don't have to stay until like 3 a.m. 3 a.m. Then I have to go to work the next day, right? I rather not lah. So I would rather it finish in like normal time, right? I think like maybe 2-1, 2-0, or like maybe even 1-0 is good enough for me. Yeah lah. And yes, of course we are rooting for Man United. Both of us are never gonna predict a Newcastle win lah. So I'm just gonna take the win.
The previous EFL Cup final, it was an intense game.
Yeah, that's true.
Zlatan.
But the thing is that I
who was the Southampton guy? Gabbiadini. He almost got a hat-trick.
I mean, I do think that really the way that the team plays, right, as like overall team, not individual players, overall team, this United team is better than that team. Individual players, I do think that the team that won that EFL, that the previous EFL trophy, right, was better lah, as a bunch of individuals lah. But in terms of team, this team is better. So I'm quite hopeful that they are going to do well and they're going to win the first trophy in years, donkey years.
So
Jordan, right? Back to you. As a neutral, right? What's the score?
I don't see Newcastle doing well because they missed Joe Willock. 3-1 Man United.
3-1 Man United.
I will go to the Singapore pools and buy that on Saturday.
Is it? Do I get a fair share?
Wait. Y'all heard it, right? If Paul needs to show the bad slip to us.
If the score comes true
If the score comes true. All right, okay.
If we don't see him next week, right? I mean, he left for good.
I think, okay, Jordan, be prepared. The next week podcast is just me and you only. Paul probably may not be here.
Hey, no, next week I can't.
Then I'll just do the podcast myself. I think. Okay. All right. So
GGMU. Come on.
So for me, I will predict. I think I will go with a 1-0 scoreline. Paul's going for what? 3-1.
2-1. 2-1 or 3-2. 3-2. Okay, 2-1 or 3-1. I'll just stick to 2-1 lah.
Okay, then Jordan's going for 3-1. All right. So all of us unanimously agree Man United is going to beat Newcastle this weekend in the EFL Cup final.
Yep.
Okay, so that is it for this week's episode of the Football Kaki, brought to you by the Chit Chatter Podcast Network. Now, for everybody listening in and those who have been listening in, we just want to invite you to listen to more of our other shows, which is, of course, the Kopi Bros, which comes out every Monday, and our big draft game show every Friday, the SG Draft Podcast, where we draft on different topics and have a lot of fun doing it. So from Jordan, Paul, and me, Eldad, here from the Football Kaki, we just want to say thank you for listening in, and we hope that you have a good week. And don't forget to up the Kaki.